Okay? So let's just stand there like we're going to be standing here for a while. Of course, we're not. But imagine you showed up in the queue for the movie theater, and it's a long line on a Friday night, and you just want to be comfortable and upright. But then let's close our eyes and send our close attention down into the bottoms of the feet. And we're not trying to change anything. You can move and shift. Sometimes when we're focusing closely, sometimes moving and shifting is just right. Because it just reminds us, movement our mind likes moving things. So sometimes changing and moving is a good way to remind ourselves of our target. Here's where I'm focusing. Just notice the feet. Notice the texture of the mat or the floor or your socks or whatever the skin at the bottom of the feet are touching. And then notice the pressure. Notice if it feels heavier in the heel or the fronts of the feet or the toes. And then imagine a triangle in the bottom of each foot. One corner in the heel, one corner at the base of the small toe, and one corner at the base of the big toe. And see if you can put equal weight into all 3 points per foot. Okay, now let's imagine that everything from the hips down, everything from the waist down is solid and dense and dark, and everything from the waist up is bright and porous and fast and empty, right? So what we want to do is just let the upper body drain into the lower body. Let the legs become more stable, more rooted, right? Let the upper body release, right? We got these bones that are going to hold us in place. Take it out of the muscles and let heaviness and solidity sink into the lower body. Okay, let's warm our shoulders up a little bit here. Let's just swing our arms, right? We want to stay loose so it's not clockwork, Keep the shoulders nice and loose, and let's eventually make some shoulder circles. And once you've had a few good circles, let's circle back the other direction. Okay, let's go side to side. So let the shoulders stay free, let the spine turn upon the sacrum. Okay, let us borrow a page from our Tai Chi and our Qigong book, and just like we were imagining the lower body being the dark, solid, and the upper body being the bright, energetic, we're going to treat above the head as the realm of the bright and the fast, and below the earth the region of the dark and the solid and the dense. We need both of those. We're trying to balance it out, focus on one part at a time, and sort of put that into the body. Charge our body with the upper and then charge our body with the lower. Okay, so let's start by grounding ourselves. So we get a little low, right? Let the knees give us this sense of compression, and we're going to scoop up the darkness, and we're going to pull it up, charge the legs and the hips and the upper body. We're going to bring it up in front of the face and then release out to the sides. Okay? Sink down, gather up an armful of dense matter, and let's bring it up through the body. Taking everything that we need from that half of experience. Let's do one more. And we just release out the sides. Okay? This time we'll gather up the stuff up there, right? Lightning and flame and electrons. Okay? So this time, just like we sank to gather the below, we'll reach up, lengthen up, and look up to gather the upper, and then we're going to bring it down past the front of the face, bring it into the body. Use the hands to charge our upper body with that stuff, right? Let it go out to the sides, and then scoop up, pass it down in front of the body, and then release to the sides. Let's do one more. Awesome. Let's go ahead and step our feet right together, and we're going to get a good bend to the knees. We've still got our heels and our toes down here. If we bend way far with our knees, the heels will pop up. We got a good deep knee bend, but our heels and fronts of the feet are down. Okay? Let's make some knee circles. So the knees are going to move apart and then circle back to meet up when they're straight. So they move forward together and then circle apart and back. Okay, let's take a few the other way. So we'll start with our knees straight, and as they bend, they begin to move apart, and then they meet up again when they're out front. And then we'll bring them back together and circle them forward. Okay, from here, let's sink on down. I always think of this one as the egg pose. We'll just bring our weight to the fronts of the feet and let the upper body release out over the knees, right? You can use your hands and arms wherever they feel good to help support. I like to sort of give a little press in with my knees. I think of it as making one big knee instead of two separate knees. Join the legs by trapping them between the arms and then just release. Lengthen out over the knees. So we're making that line from the tailbone to the crown of the head longer, and the line from the outside of the left shoulder to the outside of the right shoulder wider, making space in the back of our body. So let's go that direction with our breathing as well. As we breathe in, send it between the shoulder blades, send it into the back, and let that push press out, right? Make space in the back by taking some big breaths into the back. Okay, let's just go ahead and bring our knees to the floor, and we'll meet up in tabletop. And let's take some circular cat-cow. So whereas usually our cat is way up and our cow is way down, we'll pass through those points, but let's give it a side-to-side movement too. So let's start from the cow, let the front of the body be low, and then instead of going up, let's go to the right. And then we'll circle from the right up into the cat. And then that cat goes left. And the left turns into the cow. Right, let's circle the other way. Take a few laps the other direction. Okay? You got the option here with child's pose of bringing the knees together or wide, whichever way is your favorite way of doing it. But we're just going to sit down towards the heels, let the upper body seek the floor. Right? Put your head wherever it feels best. Could be on the floor. Can make a little pillow. You can use your forehead or you can turn your head to one side or the other. It's all about nap time, right? We're just trying to be empty of effort. Okay, let's make our way back up to our table. And let's extend the right leg straight behind us. Okay, now from here we're going to bend the right knee and point the knee to the sky and then circle it forward somewhere near in the direction of the right shoulder. And then our leg tucks underneath us. And we're going to straighten it back again. Notice the changes of balance. Notice what the muscles and the body, the position of the body has to do to make it work. I mean, of course, there's the muscular work of supporting and moving the leg, but the rest of the body has to prepare and plan and act and balance itself all the time. And our movements will be more graceful and more efficient the more we're like present or we're there with our attention. But it also just feels good, right? It feels like, for me anyway, I'm using my mind for something positive and beneficial when I'm focusing on what my body's telling me. Okay, let's set the right knee down and we'll take it to the left. So first, just straighten it back. And then the next station is to bend the knee, open the hips out to the left side, point the knee up, and then it's going to circle up towards up towards the left shoulder. And then it's going to tuck under and then go back. Okay, let's land the left knee. And we're going to kick the right foot out to the side a little bit, right? It's our kickstand. Right knee stays planted, but the right foot swings out to the side. Okay, now extend the left leg, and we're going to open the hips out to the left. So my left knee is straight, and I'm just making the angle so that I can get that left foot to the floor. Okay, let's bring the left arm up. Big opener for the front of the body, right? We're going to lean forward through the front of the hips. Notice where that lands in the back of the hips and the left leg and the back. Lean back with the left shoulder. Okay, let's come back to center. And we'll take it to the other side. Right leg is straight. We can kick our left foot back a little bit to prop us up. Right arm goes up. Okay? Make it feel stable, make it feel balanced, and we want it to be comfortable, but we also don't want it to be slovenly, like we want to be active and particular about it. Loose, but also organized. Okay? And then we're going to lean forward through the front of the hips and then back with the right shoulder. My yoga teacher, Cooper, that I studied under to do my teacher training, always said that each yoga pose should find a balance between stability and ease. Like those are the two coordinates that are always correlated. It's not extra work, but we're also not just halving it, right? We're present and we're leaning into our limit. All right, let's come back to center. And then let's come on down to the elbows and join our hands together here. We'll take a little dolphin pose or puppy pose. Okay? We're going to push down a little bit with the hands and the elbows just to stabilize here, because our shoulders are going to do the same thing as downward facing dog, but we just got the lower arms and the hands stabilized against the floor. So from here, let's do like we normally do. Tuck the toes and then sit back towards the heels. Okay? Because we want to be nice and low behind the arms, and then we're just going to straighten the knees. Find a way, find the stability and ease. Okay, let's go ahead and set the knees down, and let's just come up on our palms here, and while we've got the feeling for it, let's go ahead and do downward facing dog. Take the shoulders back along the spine and settle down towards the hips, and then we tuck the toes and lift. Make a big sturdy triangle. Okay, let's go ahead and bring the knees gently back to the mat. And let's take a good spinal twist here. And we're going to turn the right hand up, and it's going to slide through here behind the left wrist so that we can come down to the right shoulder and the right side of the head. Okay, take a moment to zero out the muscles of the upper body, right? Release, let the joints be free, especially the area between the vertebrae. All right, left arm goes out and it's going to come up and back. Notice where it happens, right? Find the place where you feel it the most. Use that as your focus, or your cubby hole where we return our attention, or the hook on the wall where we hang our attention. Anytime it wanders, we just bring it back. Okay, let's come back to center. And we'll unwind it to the other side. Left hand flips up. It's going to scoop through so that we can lower onto the left shoulder and the left side of the head. Take a second to release the upper body, and then we'll extend the right arm and bring it up and back. come on up to center. And then let's have ourselves a nice, comfortable, easy seat towards the back of the mat. Easy pose, that is. And the big idea here is to really feel the ground, right? Notice from the hips down, let's take a second to do it's not a scan. It's like we're making a map, right? A survey is the word I'm looking for. Feel each part of the lower body where it meets the ground. Just take a moment to check in with each of those points. If there's anything we need to change it, right? We're not locked in. We can always shift when we get conscious about it. We bring our attention to it. That's the time to make sure that we're stable and we're square and solid on the ground. Okay, notice the legs and hips and spine, right? Notice where that transition happens, right? We're stable on the floor, we're plugged into the ground, but then we make that angle so that the upper body can stay upright. Notice where that happens, okay? The spine ends in the sacrum where it plugs into the back of the hip, so just notice that for a moment. See if there's anything you can do, just like when we were standing, to let the upper body be porous and free and light. Let everything that's thick and slow and strong drain into the lower body and connect to the ground, right? Send roots down, right? We're not doing that muscularly. We're not pushing, right, with the lower body. We're not like reaching with our muscles. It's just a visualization. I don't even want to call it that because I don't really see anything. It's just a feeling exercise, a feeling practice, right? Feel connected to the ground. Feel the lower body being supported, right? Sometimes it helps to feel the ground. Imagine that pressure is reversed and it's the floor pushing you up, right? See if you can feel it that way. And let the upper body just float free, right? Our spine is holding us up above our seat. It's effortless. Okay, let's make a little space in our neck here. So we're just going to lower our right ear towards the right shoulder. Okay, and we're not going to push it or pull it. Just use the weight of the head and gravity. Let those two things combine to bring space to the left side of the neck and the top of the left shoulder. Okay, let's come back up to center and then lower the head to the left. Okay, let's come back upright. And now first get tall through the crown of your head, right? Lift up and then let your chin drop towards the sternum. Same deal here. Release the jaw, release control in the neck. So we feel that gentle pull of gravity, right? We want to feel it making space in the back of the neck. Okay, let's come back upright, and then of course, let's take one more direction. Tilt the head back. Back of our skull is denser, right? The bone is denser, and the back of the head is heavy. So just let the back of the head seek the back of the body. Keep the jaw released. You can, once your head gets in place and you feel how that's going to land in the front of the throat, you can push with the chin Take the chin side to side. Make space in the jaw and the front of the throat. Alright, let's come on back to center. And then we'll take the right leg out straight in front of us. The left leg is not so important. We're going to do a forward fold over the right, so just let the left leg be comfortable. Okay, make a plan to stay tall. Keep the upper body in the same relative position, and then we're just going to hinge forward from the hips. Okay, so it's like we're keeping the lower back in the same arrangement, but we're taking the whole upper body forward until it turns into a big old stretch in the back of the leg. And we just want to stay there with it. Feel it on purpose. Okay, let's do that on the other side. So the left leg is straight. We'll just get a little bend in the right. And then we'll hinge it forward. Okay, let's roll it back upright. And then make our way to our backs. A very comfortable position. Please. Okay, let's bring our arms right up in front of our face. We're going to link our hands and then flip the palms. Okay? Palms are facing up towards the sky. And then let's bring the arms up alongside our ears. So basically our arms come to the floor, hands over our head. Okay? And we'll use our breath here to encourage our movement. On the inhale, we're going to push away, right? Lengthen, pull up through the shoulders on the inhale. And on the exhale, roll the shoulders back along the spine and push down towards the hips. All right, let's bring our arms down by our sides. And then let's step in with both feet. All right, feet are flat, knees are pointed up. And then let's just lower the knees to the right side. Both knees go right. So find their stopping point, their resting point, and then get in there and see if there's any extra releasing you can do. Sometimes through the hips, sometimes in the belly or in the legs. Release on purpose. Make space on purpose. And then let's go the other way. And we'll just let the knees go back and forth, find a good rhythm. Always making sure when they get to that stopping point to take at least a moment to switch everything off, to be zeroed out before going back the other way. Okay, that's good. Let's go ahead and once we get to center, we'll bring both knees in towards us, make a link with the hands and arms so that we're holding the knees. At first, let the whole body release into this new position, right? Again, we're always trying to find places where we're fighting it or overdoing it and see if we can undo it a little bit. Okay, let's keep the right knee, but take the left leg back out straight. Now let's straighten the right, but let's go up with it, right? The right knee becomes straight and it's lifted off the ground, and let's make a big circle. So cross it, keep it straight, but cross it over the left leg. And then rotate it across the left leg, skim it along the ground. We're just going to make another big circle here. Find the outer limits of our right hip flexibility, right? And we're not trying to change it, we just want to be aware of it, right? We want to be there, to be present at it. All right, let's go ahead and bring the right leg to rest. Let it go on purpose. And we'll just get the left leg straight up. And same deal here. We'll first pass it over the right, keeping that knee straight. See how big of a circle we can find. But the size of the circle is not important. That's just the way to get to that border, the fence between here's where I go, here's where I don't go. And we just ride the fence like a cowboy. Okay, let's go ahead and bring both legs down straight. And then turn, if the palms are up, let's turn our palms so that they're down against the floor and give a little press with the palms and a little press with the back of the shoulders, right? And that's just stabilizing the upper body so that we can work with the abdominal muscles will get stronger here, but we'll be moving the leg from the hip down. Okay, press down with the lower back, activate. Imagine that there's a line that goes from the belly button out through the lower back and push that down against the floor. And then point the right toes, and we're just going to get the right leg floating and keep it lengthening, right? Imagine, or the direction is like if someone's holding your leg and pulling it toward them, right? Pulling it out of your hip. We want to be reaching that direction. Okay, let's set the right leg down, take a little vacation, a reprieve. And then reactivate, press down with the lower back, reach out, point the left toes, float the left leg, keep it extending. Awesome. Let's set the left leg down. And relax. Okay, let's set up for our fish pose. So arms are down by our sides, palms are still down, but let's move them under our seat. So basically our palms are down and we're sitting on the back of our hands. And once the hands are secure, see if we can scoot the elbows in, right? The closer the elbows go, the more we're already lifting across the sternum and the solar plexus, and that's exactly what fish pose does, is stretch open the front of the body, especially the chest and the abdomen. Okay, once your elbows are as close as they're going to go, push them down, right? Push the elbows against the floor, stabilize, and then we're going to lift our head to look down at our toes, because that's just the most comfortable angle for the neck, and then lift the upper body so that you're perched over your elbows. Just let the upper body feel that support, right? Feel the support and make any changes that you need to in the shoulders or the side to side or the forward and back. Once again, just set it up like we're going to be here for a little while. We won't be here for long, but we want it to be stable and easy. Okay? Let's lift the heart towards the sky. Lift the solar plexus and the sternum towards the sky. And if you want to keep your head just lifted, that's fine. If you want to let your head relax back, that's fine as well. The main work here is going on in the center of the chest. That's where we want to be able to push. So just make sure that the neck is able to ride along. Okay, let's start by bringing our head up to look down at the toes, and then just use a push with the hands and arms. Once we're upright, let's reach up, put space into the back, and then hinge forward from the hips. Okay, nice and easy. Let's just roll it back upright, and then we'll find ourselves an easy pose, and we'll have some fun breath time, right? A little time to tinker with our breath and breathe different ways, right? It's always good to have options. If we're not enjoying the way our breath is working, breathe a different way, right? That's the way I look at it. And what we do is try to find, there's two main ways we can change our breath. The length, the duration of the inhale and the exhale, and the placement. I think of it as the geography of the breath. Is it in my belly? Is it in the center of the chest, like around the sternum and the solar plexus? Is it more like up high in the chest, almost up into the throat? Because those are all possible places to breathe. So let's do some of our three-part breathing. And we're basically breaking up each inhale into three parts, or three levels, and each exhale has three levels. And when we're breathing in, we're going to start low and build up high. And what I like to do is take a little break where I stop. Whether that's inhaling or exhaling, I stop between each of those 3 points. So we'll start with an inhale, and we're going to take a third of a breath into the belly, right? Imagine we're putting our breath right behind our belly button. breathe in 1/3 and pause. And then breathe in from the belly button to the solar plexus. So now we're 2/3 full, and then from the solar plexus to the collarbones, fill it up. Okay, now we're full, our tank is full, pause for a second, and then our exhale goes the opposite direction. So exhale the highest third, pause, and then exhale the middle third. And then when we get down to the abdomen on the exhale, we tuck in. We use the abdominal muscles to pull the navel towards the spine and tuck up under our rib cage. And in that way, we push out the end of the exhale. Okay? Inhale 1/3 into the belly. 1/3 into the solar plexus. And then top it off up to the collarbones. Pause, full. And then exhale from up high. And exhale from the middle. And then get active. Exhale from the abdomen. Okay, let's just take a few rounds. We'll each do our own. Remember, the timing is not so important. Take your time, right? Take your time to really feel it, because that's what we're doing, is learning how to breathe on purpose and use our body to facilitate better breathing or fuller breathing. In any case, more conscious breathing.